Get ready and you're welcome. This was sent in to me, and this might be the best dog man picture I've ever seen in my life. Now, I don't know if it's AI, I don't know if it's fake, but the person who sent this to me had a whole story, and it seems rather legit. But take a look at this. Tell me what you think. Is this really what's running around in the woods? Because I guarantee you, this is not a Bigfoot. This is not a bear. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Monstertrailcams. And okay, Monster Mafia, I've seen a lot of trail cam footage, but what I found this week, even I had to hit pause. So get ready, because this one's loaded with creatures, questions, some footage that just straight up creep me out. Now, warning right now, this one is not of a monster-ish thing, or it's not a Bigfoot. It's something I found, and it must be CGI. It's truly terrifying. I'm telling you. Take a look. Okay, so unless this is a species that I don't know about, somebody please let me know if this is CGI in the comments. I mean, do some deep dive and stuff. I gotta find these clips, right? So you guys can do all the deep diving, tell me if it's fake, fiction, whatever. But did you see the blue head? Like, what's going on? Those are alien heads. And they're like at least twice the size, but the blue gelatin back there, just thought I'd throw that in. Now, this one is from Beyond Earth _LLC on TikTok, and this Bigfoot creature is caught on a drone. But like, I don't know. This is really interesting. Take a look. Now, if you notice, it's in a very rural spot, and it's just running, and as you can see it running and maneuvering. There's no way that this is a human. It may be a human in a costume, but it's not a regular type human. Look, like right there, you see how broad the shoulders are right there? What's going on? Seeing right there, kind of looks up, it peeks its face. I mean, maybe that is a Bigfoot, and it's like, oh, I better get out of here. Or that was like the close-up shot that was like to convince us of a hoax. This one was crazy though. Let me know what you think. Now, this next video is from Maximum Fear, and it's a clear-ish video of what looks like to be an injured Bigfoot walking. Take a look. Okay, we're gonna kind of zoom in right here. See, this one, I don't know, right? Because as you can see, yes, it looks like it's hurt, right? Like wobbling around, but it looks a little skinny. So maybe a juvenile, or maybe a prank. What do you think? Now this is very creepy because it looks extremely realistic. So I want you guys to just take a look and then tell me what you think. Okay, with this one here is where things get crazy. Some have speculated online that we can see the top half of a Bigfoot. So where's the bottom half? They say it's entering through the tree. You heard me right. You know how some people think these are interdimensional creatures? They think they caught one in action, entering into our dimension. And some of you know that, you'll say in the comments, oh my God, you're so stupid because you believe in Bigfoot. And then other people will say, oh, how do you not believe? Well, to be honest, if you guys have listened to me over the last, 20 episodes, 15 episodes, you would know I want to believe. Okay, I'm not fully there. I'm at like 79%, maybe 80%, right? But there's too many hoaxers, too many this and that. But then again, on this channel, that's why I love this channel. I see so many things that I can't explain. So I'm getting there, people. I'm getting there. But yeah, with this right here, do you really think this is an interdimensional Bigfoot? that we caught or somebody caught and it's entering our dimension? I need to know this one in the comments. Oh, and don't forget, if you believe in Bigfoot over, let's say 50%, make sure to hit that like button. I gotta see how many people actually believe. And for the most recent shameless plug in today's episode, make sure to watch my other stories on my main storytelling channel, Mr. E-Files. I just dropped some crazy unexplained mystery disappearances this week, and you're gonna wanna go check those out right after this. Alright, this one, no, is not a Bigfoot, it's not a dog man. It's like cult-like type, I hope, joking around. If not, then this is crazy. I'm gonna let it play all the way through, and we either need to find somebody because somebody's been captured. I mean, supposedly the thing said that, you know, this was recovered footage from a phone or something. Okay, so just watch this. And then this supposed scary real found footage goes to this scene right here where you can see it looks like the person who was behind the camera has now been captured. And yes, those are some creepy things that are standing around it. I really hope this was like, you know, a junior college, like, scary movie that they had to send in and somebody got it confused, because this is just too crazy. Okay, so now for this one, it's truly crazy if real, and it looks to be kind of legitimate, but you got this guy, that's the thing about TikTok, right? You got people narrating, sometimes just show us the stuff, right? But I'll change the voice of him narrating, but this is from Brian Elliott on TikTok. And basically what you're about to see is a man go up on a cliff like he was hanging with his buddies at night, and all of a sudden like something is following him with these two red eyes, and he has to jump off a cliff to make it to safety. And then when they zoom back up the camera, supposedly there's a Bigfoot up there and it jumps down. It is creepy, I'll give you that, okay? But like I said, the guy's talking over it, but I'm just gonna show it to you. Here you go.
Through the woods.
Dude, if you don't jump, it's gonna get you. You have to jump. Oh my God, stop!
Go to the water, swim, go to the boat.
Come on, Tom.
Here in a few
Swim, man.
seconds,
Swim,
they
Tom,
see this
swim.
thing up on the
Swim.
up there on the edge, still chasing you, and it jumps in the damn water. Watch.
No. No, we've not seen it. Wait, what? Dude, what is...
I'd be scared too.
Oh my gosh, dude, did you see that? Thank God you're too scared. It's the same thing we've been seeing. Let's get out of here. Let's find out what that thing was. Look, hurry, man. We gotta go
The red eyes.
now. There it is. Did you see it? Did you see it? No, hold on. Dude, if we get this on camera.
See that?
There it is. That's it. Dude, why
Hard to
is it keep
see.
chasing us? I don't know.
Look at that damn thing.
Oh my goodness. That is, oh my gosh. It's about to jump in the water.
Now watch, it's about to jump in.
Are you serious? Oh
There it goes.
Gosh, go! What the heck? It's chasing the boat, Tom.
Damn.
Oh my goodness. Go!
That's some creepy stuff, right? Look at the eyes, look at that. And then it jumps in. Alright, yeah. Let me know what you think. Now, this is a more calm video. This is from Creepy Cryptic on TikTok, and you know, we can't see much, but it is a pretty clear video, so I want you guys to take a look.
It's right there. I don't have my glasses on. Girl, look at that. Holy. That's what's making the noise. Holy. Oh, shit. Oh, crap, I lost it. Where'd it go? I'm pretty sure that was the thing that was making the noise. I'm not seeing it now. But I think that's it. Holy. Oh, cameras everywhere. Oh, look at that. What the hell am I looking at? I'm looking down there. I don't see it at all with my eye, but I can kind of see it on the screen. It's gone now. Holy. There it is. Holy. Oh, look. Oh my God. I'm guessing it's probably... Look at it here. It's probably like, I don't know, 150 feet away. It's me. I'm behind it, I guess. I'll see what happens. I don't know if I should do this or not. It's not even... Where's how it's all? Look at this. Holy freak. Look at this though. Holy. The stone is even warm. Look, there's where it was smashing things with it. Look at this. The stone's right in the ground.
Okay, that is a pretty long video, and we do see something that could be a mask, a creature, who knows, right? But the weird thing at the end is how he does go and get those, like, rocks or whatever, and we have heard many times that Bigfoots love to, you know, throw rocks, maybe knock them on trees too, called the knocks, all these things. So I don't know, was this legitimate though? Okay, when it comes to Bigfoots, ready, I know this is totally off topic, but take a look at this right here. It's from IDK Row on TikTok, and this guy, he explained something, and then I'll tell you what I found.
A DEA agent was setting up hidden cameras deep in the California wilderness to find cartel members who will have a grow operation. On this footage, a creature comes out, covers up the camera with foliage, and you can hear it walking off. There are several groups of footage that if you want to see, you got to pay. Because a lot of people don't want to release that footage because they don't want people coming on their property searching. And then these creatures seek revenge. Not a real creature. Why is it listed in Yellowstone National Park's list of animals?
Okay, now as you see on the page right here, I don't know if I was able to find the exact Yellowstone registry of animals. I think I did, and I do not see Bigfoot on it. But then we do have something like this. And this was from multiple sites that I could find on the internet that had Bigfoot zones just in Yellowstone. So, I mean, and with the Pennsylvania thing, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, where it said, you know, do not enter in Pennsylvania, do not record Bigfoots in the area. I mean, you know, some of you guys are right. Why would they put that out there, like the government? You know, just to scare us? That makes no sense. There's obviously something that we don't know that's living there. I don't know what that is, though. See, here's the list of all the animals that they say are in Yellowstone when it comes to mammals. This is under the mammals section. Okay, this is from Myra Moore, official account on TikTok, and this one is actually really interesting. Now, this is from a rural farm in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Hope I said that right. But yeah, you never really hear about Bigfoot sightings in South America, right? So that's what makes this one very interesting right off the bat. Take a look. Okay, now we're gonna zoom in a little. Tell me what you see. Alright, now we're gonna change it to thermal. Somebody did it in thermal imaging. We're gonna take a look at that too. Right? I mean, what do you guys think this one is? I think this, if anything, is one of those ones where I lean more legitimate to, because I don't know, there's nobody there that's trying to make a quick buck that I saw. It's far away enough where, you know, it's not somebody that's just like showing off a costume and trying to hoax us. But then again, it always could be a hoax. That's the thing about these. But I don't know, on this one I would lean more toward fact than fiction, because it does not look like a bear, and I'm not even sure about all the animals they have in Argentina. But I don't know, something about this kind of screams probably legit. Let me know what you think though. Now, I got a couple pictures of one that we actually saw a couple weeks back, but this is different pictures, right? It's supposedly of the same creature, the same Bigfoot, but it's of different angles, which I wish I would have found this at the time, but I didn't. So let's take a look at these. I mean, that one, of course, the branch, you know, is covering its face. We've had another one like that, where the branch is covering someone's face. Isn't that always nice? And then we got two more photos. This one right here. It's like walking down, you know, you can't really see its face though. And then the last one is a side portrait of it walking. Now, I do have questions for whoever took this. Was it a trail cam? If so, acceptable. But if not, then why not get better pictures of the head? Why not just put it on video at that point? That's all I'm asking. Or maybe this is video from some, you know, government footage or something, and somebody was able to sneak out a couple of pics, you know. That's why my conspiracy brain says that, then my rational brain says, oh, it's fake. So that's why I have so much trouble with this. I mean, I know a lot of you feel me and a lot of you probably don't, but that's okay. Now, this next one is very interesting because it's near Mount Shasta in California. And if you guys don't know, Mount Shasta, whether it's aliens, UFOs, creatures, Bigfoot, it is a hotspot, a hot ground for all this activity. In fact, on my other channel, I'm probably going to do one about Mount Shasta ASAP. But check this one out. It's about a woman in a camper, and she's being terrorized by this Bigfoot. And not only did she capture this footage, she also went outside and captured this. And in the back, you can see these two lights of a huge animal. Let me know if you can see it. Crazy, right? If you have any trail cam footage or footage you have taken on your own cell phone, even a picture if it's really creepy, make sure to send it to monstertrailcams@gmail.com. I will put it on the screen right now. But welcome to Monstertrailcams, where the wilderness hides more secrets than you can imagine. From the shadowy depths of the forest to the remote mountain peaks, tonight we're diving into some of the most jaw-dropping trail cam captures and personal footage you'll ever see. This episode is packed with mysterious sightings, chilling cryptids, and most notably, encounters with creatures that resemble Bigfoot. Whether you're a believer, a skeptic, or somewhere in between, What you're about to witness may just change the way that you see the world. So, settle in. This journey into the unknown begins now. This clip is from Bigfoot Believers on Instagram and is from Hudson Valley in New York in 2022. So this is amazing footage coming out of New York. As you can see the whole Bigfoot right here. And we even get a close-up on it where you can tell it might just be a Bigfoot. I mean, it has a different height and stature than a man, but what's really particular about this is what's on its back. Now, I don't know if primates do this as well or any other type of ape. Let me know in the comments if they do, but you can see there's a creature on its back, a baby. And this baby seems to be awake or asleep, but is somehow cradled on its back. It is very perplexing evidence that I've personally never seen before, but then again, I just started this. But now as we zoom in, look at that little face. What could that possibly be? Well, do you guys think this really is a Bigfoot with its baby? If you do, let me know in the comments.
Oh, sorry. We end up on a YouTube channel. Is it like, where is his car?
Yeah, what is he talking about? Bridge?
I don't know, maybe he's all like, oh yeah.
Can you
I literally don't know how to justify this.
Well, I don't want to head towards someone that's not your father.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
He did say my by my nickname, Lolo.
Yell again.
Dad?
Where? What, is he down there?
Why do you want us to walk to the bridge?
Where is he?
Where are you?
You down there?
Dad!
Now, this video is of girls being picked up by their dad, supposedly on a bridge, and when they yell out his name, it sounds like he answers from under the bridge. So, do you think this is all just a clever hoax? Or do you think possibly what was really calling them is a skinwalker? Because when I saw this video, I just got a bad vibe that I could not explain. But as always, it's up to you. Let me know in the comments. We all know that dogs and coyotes like to howl at each other, especially during the night. But what happens when a dog or a coyote howls and what answers back isn't a dog? Well, I got that footage for you right here, and I'm going to put it on repeat a couple times just so you can hear the unbelievable scream that comes out of this thing. And at the end, I want to know what you think in the comments. The next two pictures are from X from Living Among Bigfoot and Bigfoot Lover 90. Now, between these two pictures, I personally think one of them could possibly be real, but I think the other one is fake. I want to know if you in the comments can tell me which one I think is real and which one I think is fake. Here's the first one. Now, as you can see, this was taken in the woods somewhere. And I'm slightly zooming in on it because this is either a really good mask or it's the real thing. Now, it does look more hairier than some versions that we have seen, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Honestly, all I know is that if I was in the woods, I hope I wouldn't see that. But this one's a little different. I mean, it looks like it's just walking along and somebody snapped a photo. and maybe that's what happened. But as we zoom in a little bit, there's just something about the mouth and the nose that just doesn't sit right with me. I want to know if you guys feel the same way, because like always, this is for you to decide. This next clip is from Beastly Pumpkin on Instagram, and it shows what to be is a Sasquatch, but I want to know what you guys think, so take a look at this. Now, as you can see, this man who seems actually terrified is searching or seeking what looks like either a man in a dark costume or an actual Bigfoot in the woods. Now, usually I would think something like this is a hoax, and it might be, but at the same time, why is he so out of breath? And also, that scream that you heard, was that put in after the fact, or was that a legitimate scream from this creature? But one thing I do take doubt in is that if you see something like that, there's only a few brave enough people to follow it. Usually, people go the other way. But like always, let me know what you think in the comments. I really want you guys to take a look at this, because even though the footage isn't as good, to me it's more compelling than the last, because as you'll see at the end, he runs away. And this footage was brought to you by someone on Reddit, you can see in the bottom left of the screen. So now we're going to zoom in on this video, which you can see was taken in the daytime, but that's what makes it even more curious to me, is that it's not at night, it's in the daytime. Why would somebody take this amount of effort to video something if it wasn't real, if they didn't actually think it was something to be videoed? But then again, the internet is littered with fakes and hoaxes. So, like always, I'm going to let you decide and tell me in the comments. What do you think it is? Now, this is one of those times where I have absolutely no idea what this is. So, I'm just going to show it to you guys twice, and hopefully one of you can tell me what it is in the comments. Now, I think we can all agree that the scariest place to ever find something would be in our house at night. And for this YouTuber right here, that's exactly what happened.
These were closed. These were 100% closed. I never leave these open. If there's someone or something here, I want you to prove it to me. I want you to close one of these doors. Come on! Oh, if I'm being honest, I'm glad nothing happened. Holy sh!
This did have some good ambiance around it, but anytime I hear YouTuber, even though I don't want to put a bad connotation on that because that's what I am, but your trust level and the red flags just go off a little bit, am I right? And I didn't see any strings, but then again it was dark. So what do you think happened? Do you think this was a hoax that he set up? Or do you think that there was an entity in his apartment that night? Let me know in the comments. Regardless of what this is, it should give you the chills. But do you see it in between the trees? Well, if you do, there's more. Now, I freeze framed it right here because what you're about to see next absolutely startled me, and it seems that this is from the same video, so that means he was watching this thing in a tree and then captures what you're about to see. But if anybody knows the language that this man was speaking, please let me know what he was saying in the comments below, and be aware for this one, because this one is totally insane. This video gave me the chills because this man was watching whatever this is and then caught it from a different angle. And as this thing creepily looks at him and even crawls towards him, it seems to have no effect on him. Now, maybe this is just some ape or something like that, but either way, the movements of it were way more creepy than I could ever imagine. But I really want to know what you guys think. Did you see the eyes, how they lit up? What other creature does that? Maybe there's a bunch. Educate me in the comments. But also, let me know if you believe that this is a real animal or something else.
Over there.
Over where?
Right there.
Hey! What are you doing over there?
Okay, what you just saw was from Beastly Pumpkin on Instagram again, but let's just all take a second to take this in. Like, look at this thing. I was so surprised when I saw this zoomed in video that you guys are seeing now. Once it's zoomed, look at the arms. Look at the arms. That's either somebody in a costume that really wanted to like mess with somebody, but look how skinny it is. I mean, it doesn't even look like he could fit, somebody could fit their arms in that. Yo, what is that? Is that like a skinwalker? Or it's white. Is that an alien? I'm asking. I don't know. Like, if anybody has ever seen anything close to this, please, I read the comments. Let me know in the comments. Because this one got me shook. I'm not gonna lie. This one got me shook. I have no idea, but I love it. In 2014, Magnus Rismar, a YouTuber, was exploring a random house in Norway. Alright, this might just be a prank, okay? But honestly, what do you think this is? Like, does that look like just a woman, or what? Let me know in the comments. Now, sometimes with these horrifying clips, I thought I would just bring you this wholesome clip of 5 guys in a room and they're, you know, playing their little band and everything's cool, but then something out of the ordinary happens. And you know, don't let it scare you. It's not a big deal. It's either a demon or a person, one of the two. But as you see right there, there's somebody not invited that's watching. What is that? It looks like a woman as we kind of zoom in. But what is she doing there? Why is her face ghostly white? Somebody let me know right now in the comments. Hoax or real? Now this one is very brief, but as you can see, we got a dog or a wolf or something, coyote. But as you can see where that circle was, these eyes pop out. And look at them. They're just 2 bright eyes, and then the dog notices. What could that possibly be? I mean, it's very creepy if you think about it. It's very sudden too. Anybody got any ideas? If you do, please, let me know in the comments. Creepy. Now, this clip came out of Pennsylvania, and we're going to zoom this thing in. Check this out. What do you guys think this is? I mean, I've never seen an albino Bigfoot or Bigfoot, but wow. Like, if I was to see this, I would believe. I mean, look at that. The eyes are dark. You got the nose there. Somebody either went all out or this is 100% legit. Let me know, though, if you've seen this one before or, you know, if it's doctored or something like that. I really count on you guys in the comments to let me know this because you guys always say, oh, I've seen that 1,000. Yo, I'm new to this. So shout it out in the comments. All right, let's go. Now, I don't really know about this next one, but that's for you to decide. This was taken by people that were hiking in British Columbia, and as they were on their trail from afar, they noticed this, what seemed to be like a dark creature that was, you know, standing, waving things around, and we're going to really zoom in to see if this is just a person or if this could be the real thing. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, I got a bunch more interesting clips for you coming right up, but before I do, remember, if you have a picture, a story, or a video, make sure to send it to Monstertrailcams, because every episode I'll show things that come through the email, including this one. But our next story right now, this one's pretty cool because it's people that thought they were looking at a bear until this happened. And this actually made the news after, so this is legit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now, like I've said before, when I see people running away, that gives it a little credence to me, at least, that they were probably scared or they're good actors. But this, what do you think that is? Look at it over and over again. They thought it was a bear. And like I said, it made the news, and the news said, oh, I guess we just don't know what it is. But I kind of freeze frame it right there. What do you think that could be? Let me know in the comments. Maybe you guys have seen this one, maybe you haven't, but this was when a mother and father took their son target practice in an undisclosed location, but they were kind of worried or just, noticed that these helicopters were above the whole time they were out shooting, and they didn't really know what to make of it. But at the end of this video, when the kid is shooting with his target practice, I think maybe it could have startled something, and that's what we see run across the screen. I'm about to show you right here, and do you think that that helicopter could have been chasing a Bigfoot? Let me know in the comments.
Whoa. Whoa, that was a big kick. You okay, Brock? You okay? Whoa. Whoa, that was a big kick. Whoa. Whoa, that was a big kick. Whoa. Whoa, that was a big kick. You okay, Brock? You okay?
Now, this is from YouTube user Johnny, and this is all the way back from January 3rd, 2011. And basically, you got this family right here. They're sledding up and down the hill when all of a sudden, in post, guess what? They realize they didn't catch one, they didn't catch two, but they think they caught 3 Bigfoot. So let's look at this. Now, we're about to zoom in a second. If your eyes are on the top right of the screen, yes, that's where they should be. Look at the first one right there. Now, I can't say for certain that's not a person, but it's just, you would think the dad would know if that was a person. But if it's an elusive being, then maybe he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. I mean, that's far off in the distance, so it looks pretty big. But like I said, there's more. Go ahead. More than just this one, and that's what makes it kind of crazy. Check this out. You got that one that looks like it's injured, almost like. Good. And then it starts to crawl. Why would a human start to crawl? Little wipeout. Watch out, Porter! This is really crazy, guys. I really want to know what you think in the comments about this one. So let me know. Alright, now this one kind of has me stumped, but as you see, we're going to zoom in a second, and at first I thought this was nothing, probably just another person, but as I zoomed in, I saw this face is kind of familiar to one of those we showed, I think, on last week's episode, and I don't know, it just has almost that exact same face of that still frame photo that we saw, so I zoom in right here to try to get the best look. You guys see what I'm saying? Well, I don't know though, it's up to you, so let me know what you think about it in the comments right now. Now I got a cool photo for you guys, and then maybe one of the craziest videos I've ever seen. But before that, if you haven't checked out my other channel, Mr. E Files, go check it out right now. The story I dropped yesterday is about what you see right here, a cave. And let me tell you, this cave takes. Go watch it now. Okay, with this, I guess it's just, do you trust it? This, as you can tell, is an old photo. And when I looked at it at first, I wasn't impressed. But then I kind of looked at the legs and I'm like, whoa. Okay, that definitely has more of the body of an ape or something. I mean, look how big its thighs are compared to its waist. And then if you look at the arms, they're, I'd say, below the knees, at least at the knees. And the head, it's just, you can't really see anything. And that's the thing about old photography. It's like, do you believe or do you not? But I would like to think that if somebody saved this photo for that long, that there's got to be some significance towards it. But then again, this could have already been debunked 10 times over. So I'm just putting it out here for you guys to see. And oh, you're going to love this video that's coming soon, really soon. So stick around because it's crazy. But tell me, what do you guys think this is? Legit or fake? Now, this is Monstertrailcams, so I got a trail cam picture for you right now. And now, as you can see, this trail cam photo is of something that resembles either an ape or a Bigfoot, but the people who caught it really think that they actually caught the elusive Bigfoot. So I guess the only question that is left is, do you think this is an actual Bigfoot or not?
Так, сейчас водитель затормозил.
Тихо, не
Почему так тормозишь?
Так, давай ты спокойно уже позвонишь.
Там что-то пробежало. Где вы
смотрите,
что делать? Я даже не знаю, кому звонить.
Что это? Что это?
Подожди, что это такое?
Ты снимаешь.
Now, this is a cool video, but this isn't even the one I was talking about. That one's still coming up. But I've been trying to find one from Russia, and that's where this one is, because in Russia they call it the Yeti. So are we looking at a real Yeti? Because these people in the car didn't even notice this was right beside them the whole time. So let's take a closer look. I mean, you gotta remember the conditions in Russia. It's snow, cold. Who would be out there? Unless this was a prank, of course. But I really wish somebody in the comments was like a master at, you know, they could just take this, put it in a program real quick, see if it was doctored or not. But something like this, I don't know. It was standing, then it goes on 4 legs, and then it's standing again. I don't know. This one's up to you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so this one is a picture from a trail cam. Got some good trail cam ones on here. And I don't know. I mean, this trail cam, from what I heard, was very high quality. It didn't take video. It only takes pictures. But this is kind of incredible if this is real. I mean, we always see this type of image where supposedly a Bigfoot is by a tree. It almost looks like this Bigfoot is just staring at this camera and just seeing if it'll notice it. But then again, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Right there. There he is. You see?
Yeah.
Holy.
Look, it's big and black. That looks like a gorilla.
I got chills. I know he'd be back.
He's just standing there, bro. Work on it. See if I can fucking see him. Shoot. Calm, man.
So I wasn't convinced we were seeing anything in this, but then somebody pointed out that you can see the eyes. And as we kind of zoom in, it does look like there is a face there. I'm going to zoom in. Look at that. You can kind of see the face. I don't know about this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments right now. Now, we still got that crazy video that's coming up, but this is also a crazy video. If real, this is crazy. But this is that time in the video where I put a number on the screen just to make sure my diehard fans are still with me. But this time, you're not going to put a number. What I put right here, this question mark, you're going to tell me how old you think I am. Because someone in the comments last video said, hey, are you 12? And my response was, I hope not. But yeah, guess how old I am right now. Something fun. That way we'll have a bunch of different numbers. And get ready for this video right now because it's crazy if real. So what do you guys think? Do you think that's the real deal or do you think that was fake? Let me know in the comments because that one's kind of crazy. Now what I have for you is some tracks, and I know you guys might not like these, but this is right near where I live, only like an hour away in Ohio. So I had to show these because in between the footings, right, they're huge feet, but in between them is about 8 feet. So yeah, someone's pulling a prank and they graded the snow afterwards, or that's a mysterious footprint. Let me know what you think in the comments right now. Okay, after this we got a couple crazy videos, but take a look at this one. It's on repeat. It looks like a Bigfoot from far away, of course, is climbing up a hill. Now, I do zoom in a little bit, and I want to know what you guys think, because at first I'm like, how can you tell if this is a person or not? And you know, whether if it's a person in a mask or not, we'll never really know. But does it look like Bigfoot? The more I zoomed in, the more I realized, yeah, that looks like a burly, big creature. That doesn't look like a skinny human. But then again, you know, it could be somebody wearing multiple coats. It could be somebody in a mask. I mean, I always just wonder about the people who filmed this. Like, you know, just say something. Call out its name. Say Bigfoot if you don't know its first or last name. But just do something. You know, these faraway videos are getting old, even though they're intriguing. You know what I mean? But you see, as we get in even further and further, it does look big boned and strong. But that's for you guys to decide. Let me know in the comments. Okay, these next two videos are, in my opinion, the best videos. Now, the next one is of a rake, and you know, I'm still new on these things, but seeing something like this from literally a house camera makes me believe. And then the last video is even more crazy. It's a cryptid I have never seen before. Check it out. Okay, seriously, what could this be? Because this does not look like a person. The hands, the legs, the arms, the head, everything, the walking. This is one of the craziest videos I've seen. And I just want to know, have you guys seen this before? Do you know what this is? Is this a rake? Please let me know in the comments, because this one I saw and I'm like, is this an alien? I have no idea. But that brings me to this clip right now, and you guys are really going to want to check this one out.
Shocking the world.
Now, even though I gave credit to the channel where I found this, the original source is unknown. So all the CGI experts out there, is this CGI or is this legit? Because if this is legit, it looks like it's from a different country, and I don't know. I'm honestly stunned. When I saw this, I was like, there's no possible way something like this exists. But what if it does? Like, does anybody have any idea what kind of cryptid or creature this could possibly be? Because I'm going to even slow it down a little bit and zoom in. I mean, look at that. I'm honestly shocked. I have no idea. Look how it stands. Like, it's still tall on all fours. I'm honestly shocked. If you have any idea what this could be, please let me know in the comments. Okay, it's that part in the episode where I read an email, and yes, this one has an amazing picture. That's why I prefer, if you send in a story, send in a picture with it, but if it's just a story, that's okay too. But are you ready? Here we go. The subject line was, "A trail cam caught this, and I wish it hadn't." Hey Monster Trail Cams, I've seen a lot of strange things caught on trail cams over the years. Shadowy figures, unexplained movement, glowing eyes where there should be none. But nothing like what showed up on my latest pull. Okay, this was taken 2 nights ago in a remote stretch of the Ouachita National Forest in Arkansas. A hunter named Mark Collins set up his camera near a dry creek bed, hoping to track deer movement. He knew the area had plenty of game. But what his camera captured at 3:19 a.m. wasn't an animal he recognized. And at first glance, it looks kind of like a person, except the proportions are all wrong. The body is way too short, but the arms and the fingers, they're impossibly long, reaching down past its knees. Its skin is a molded grayish green color, like something that's been rotting for weeks. And its eyes, God, the eyes. They aren't reflective like in animals. They're pure black, deep and empty, with no light bouncing off them at all. Like 2 holes punched straight into its skull. So Mark told me something else that shook me. He had set the camera to record audio. Most of the night was silent. Just the usual wind and the crickets, but right before the camera captured the creature, there was a sound. A deep, rasping inhale, like something that had been holding its breath for far too long. And locals around here whisper about the Bodeau, Bodeau, a creature said to lurk in the deep woods. No one really knows what it is. Some say it's a failed evolution of man, a primitive thing that never left the caves and still hunts at night. Others say it's not of this world at all. There are rumors of hikers going missing, only to be found weeks later, alive but mute, as if something had stolen their ability to speak. Their throats show no damage, but they act like they've forgotten how to make words. Some say the Bodeau steals voices before it steals people. Mark now will not go back to that spot. And after hearing the recording, I don't blame him. Let me know, have you ever seen or heard of something like this before? Because if this thing is real, I don't think we should be out there alone. Stay safe, John, Monstertrailcams. Okay, now the point you've all been waiting for. This is the picture that John sent me. Is it real? And if it is, what is it? Is this a rake also? Or somebody let me know in the comments. Or is a fan pulling a fast one on me, and is this made up? Like always, that's for you to decide. So let me know in the comments. That's all I got for you this week, but I'll drop another one in a couple days, so keep those notifications on. See you next time. Cheers. About to get into the email right now, and this email is as crazy as ever. It's got a story with a picture, so please send all your stories, pictures, videos to monstertrailcams@gmail.com if you want me to read them on this channel. And let me know, Do you like me on camera? Better this way, or would you rather never see me again? No hard feelings. But time to get into the email, so kind of just close your eyes, relax, and listen up. Alright, this one is a pretty short email, but the picture, if real guys, is unbelievable, of a crazy Bigfoot. Okay, the subject was Bigfoot, question mark. Caught this outside my house. Hey Monstertrailcams, I'll keep this short. This just happened a couple of nights ago, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. I live in a rural area in Washington State, and I've had a ring cam pointed toward the woods behind my house for the last year. Never caught anything unusual until now. It was around 2:57 a.m. My phone buzzed with motion detection. I didn't think much of it, but when I checked the footage later, I saw something that I can't explain. There's a massive figure moving just past the edge of my yard, near my house. It's walking upright, covered in thick hair, with arms way longer than a person should be. And it just looks crazy, like it's trying not to be seen. The face is not that hard to make out, but it's really unbelievable, and the size alone has me frozen. I've seen bears out here, and this thing is way bigger. So I've attached a still from the video. I don't know if it's Bigfoot, but it's not like anything I've ever seen. Thought you would want to take a look. Thank you, Chael. Alright, Chael, I'm about to show your picture, and guys, it's crazy. Take a look. So that's all I got for you today, Monster Mafia. I hope you come back in a couple days, so set those notifications, and I will have another brand new video out for you. Until then, cheers. Now, I got something unique and special for you guys, but first, just if you're still around watching, I want to see how many people watch to the end. Tell me in the comments right now what the number is on the screen. Thank you. Okay, but this is incredible. This is an email I got, and as you guys know, I put it at the beginning. If you guys have clips or anything or any encounters like this person has them, please send them to monstertrailcams@gmail.com. I will read all of them. Serious inquiries only, please. And okay guys, to make this even a little more fun, I'm going to read this email to you, but every time I get an email like this, I will read it, but then afterwards in post, I'm going to switch my voice to what I think this person would sound like. So I hope you enjoy it. Alright, here we go. The subject heading on this email was, "Something is stalking my property. Bigfoot or something worse?"
Hi there. I wasn't sure if I should even really send this, but, you know, I need to get this off my chest. My name is Paul, and I live in a small town called Hyder, Alaska. My property kind of like backs up to miles of this thick forest, the kind of place where the trees seem to block out the sky and you can go days without seeing another person. I've lived here for over a decade without any problems at all. But what's been happening over the past few months has me seriously considering moving. Okay, it all started on the night of October 12th, around 1:30 in the morning. I was woken up by this sort of howl, and that's the only word I can think of to really describe it, but it wasn't like a wolf or a coyote that I've heard before. It was deeper, almost guttural, and it literally sent shivers through me, and I got those little hairs on the back of my neck, literally standing. And at the time, my dog, Maggie, who is a German Shepherd, who usually barks at the slightest little bit of sound, she was just frozen at the foot of my bed, staring at the window. Her ears were back, and she let out this low, kind of terrified whine. I told myself at that moment, okay, it's probably just a moose, maybe a bear, but, you know, something about it felt wrong. Then, the next morning, I went outside to check my property. I have a few game trails that cut through my backyard, and I keep a trail cam out there just to monitor the wildlife. What I found near the tree line gave me the chills. There were these massive footprints in the mud, easily twice the size of my boot and much wider, and I wear a size 12. And they were not from a bear. The toes on it were so distinct, they were almost human-like. But the stride was enormous, much longer than a person could make. I don't even think a person could make it that long if they jumped. And I checked the trail cam at that moment. But all I got were a few distorted frames, like almost as if something was interfering at that moment with the camera. So I tried to, brush it off, but it was hard because things then escalated. A week later, Maggie started refusing to go outside at night. She'd stand at the door, growling into the darkness, her fur bristling. I started hearing these strange noises too, these branches that were snapping, and then heavy footsteps pacing along the edge of the woods. And once I even heard what sounded like a low, raspy breathing coming from just beyond the tree line. So I went out and I shined my flashlight right into the darkness. But whatever it was, it stayed hidden. Believe me, that night I did not sleep at all. And then, by early November, I started noticing things being moved around my property. For one, my garbage cans, which are kept behind a locked fence, they were tipped over and dragged halfway into the woods. How could that happen? Then one morning, I found these deep claw marks gouged into one of the trees right near my house, and it looked deliberate, almost like a warning sign. But the worst incident happened just last week, and that's why I decided to write this letter. I was out chopping wood around dusk, trying to finish before it got too dark. Maggie was actually there outside with me, sticking close right by my side, when suddenly she started barking like crazy. She ran toward the edge of the woods, but then she stopped, dead in her tracks, tail between her legs, and then she bolted back to the house. And then that's when I saw it. Something was standing just inside the tree line. It was tall. I swear it was at least 8 feet tall, and it was covered in dark, matted hair. Its shoulders were absolutely massive, and its arms were so long that they hung way past its knees. And it wasn't just standing there, it was watching me. Its eyes reflected the fading light, glowing this eerie reddish color. And then it did something that I will never forget. It tilted its head, almost like it was trying to figure me out. I couldn't believe it. I froze. I didn't even realize I was holding my breath until it stepped closer. That's when I kind of snapped out of it, and I turned around and ran inside, slamming the door behind me. I grabbed my rifle and sat right by the window. But the time, I worked up the courage to go and take another look, of course, it was gone. But since then, the activity has not stopped. I hear knocking on the side of the house late at night. 3 slow, deliberate knocks. Maggie won't even go near the windows anymore. I am convinced whatever this thing is, it's getting bolder, more brazen. And here's the part that really scares me. Last night, I found a small pile of rocks arranged in a weird circle on my front porch. I didn't put them there, and there's no way the wind could have done it. I feel like it's almost trying to send me a message, but I have no idea what it means. Now, I don't know if this is a Bigfoot, a dogman, or something else entirely. All I know is it's still out there, watching, waiting, and every night it feels like it's getting closer. So please, if anyone else has experienced something like this on the channel, I would love to hear from them. I'm not sure how much longer I can live like this. With much appreciation, Paul.
Now let's all hit that like button for Paul, because it's not easy to share your experiences, but he did. So if you guys want to, I will read them on here if you send them and if you want me to, because I got your back, Jack, and because I actually find all of these stories very interesting. But I really do hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. We're going to be dropping episodes at least twice a week, so be on the lookout for that. Turn on the notifications. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. I love y'all. Peace.